Taylor Swift's sudden turn caught Travis Kelce completely off guard. Travis Kelce had no idea what was going to occur. He was sitting in his Kansas City home after a hard-fought playoff victory, feeling both content and worn out. His phone was buzzing all the time. Along with texts from teammates and family, his well-known girlfriend Taylor Swift has a surprise in store for you, my love. Be ready at 8. Travis read Taylor's message, then laughed and shook his head. Taylor always had something up her sleeve, but this time he felt something different. The excitement and the secrecy. It looked big. For the next few hours, he considered asking his brother Jason for clues, but he knew better. Taylor was the queen of surprises, and he relished every second of it. At exactly 8 p.m., a black SUV pulled up outside his house. He received a brief note from a mask-wearing driver that said, "Trust me, Travis." He smiled and got in, knowing there was no turning back. The drive seemed to go on forever, but when the car finally stopped, something wasn't right. He knew right away that it was Arrowhead Stadium. His mouth fell open as he entered the field. Normally bustling with fans and floodlights, the stadium was eerily silent. A familiar tune filled the air as the entrance was softly lit by golden lights. Standing at the 50-yard line, surrounded by 1,000 tiny fairy lights, Taylor held her microphone. A montage of their journey together, including snippets of their first public appearance, intimate moments, giggles, and even some of his game-winning touchdowns, was displayed on a massive LED screen behind her. Then she started singing, but it wasn't one of her top singing hits or a previously unheard song. This was new to him alone. Asterisk, you were my touchdown on Sunday night and my overtime play. When everything seemed to be a blur, you took the lead for me. Travis's heart stopped beating. This was real. She had written a song just for him and them. As she finished, the stadium erupted. Not with fans, but with their closest friends and family members who had been secretly watching from the stands. Standing there cheering were Jason, Kylie, his and her parents, as well as Patrick Mahomes. Surprised that he couldn't talk, Taylor smiled and walked over to him. He had taken a lot of hits in his career, but nothing had ever left him feeling so worn out. "This is Taylor." He struggled to find the right words to convey how much he loved you. Whispering, she placed her hand in his. This moment, this was the greatest victory of all, and for the first time in his life, Travis Kelce didn't care about the next game, the next victory, or the next play. The world around them disappeared as he blinked back tears and followed his instincts, kissing her right there on the 50-yard line. Travis Kelce's last surprise on a cool Friday night in Kansas City, the Chiefs were getting ready for a crucial game against their rivals. Travis Kelce, the star tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, had his mind elsewhere, despite the excitement in the air. He was focused on the game, but he had a faint, nagging feeling that something was going to change in his life. That evening, his phone buzzed with a text message from an unidentified number that said, "Asterisk, meet me at the rooftop of the Kansas City Hotel after the game. I'm going to give you a surprise, my love." Although Travis and Taylor Swift had been dating for a few months, their relationship had stayed relatively quiet, and his heart skipped a beat. He knew Taylor had a knack for dramatic surprises, even though his football life and her career often overshadowed their interactions. The Chief couldn't help but smile at the mystery when he was able to secure a narrow triumph. Travis hurried through the changing area, trying to focus but being sidetracked by the idea of Taylor being taken by surprise. He became even more intrigued when he walked into the lobby of the Kansas City Hotel and heard the soft hum of music coming from the rooftop bar. When Travis stepped onto the rooftop, he was met with an unexpected sight. The room was filled with golden light that cast a romantic glow over the city below, but what really shocked Travis was seeing Taylor in a stunning, floor-length emerald green gown standing by a grand piano. Her hair was styled in soft waves, and her smile lit up the entire space. As he approached her, Taylor Travis spoke in an incredulous tone. "Why all of this? You look amazing!" Taylor's eyes gleamed with anticipation as she laughed. "Did I not tell you that I had a surprise?" As he approached, she gestured toward the piano. "I've been working on something for you. For the two of us, I wanted to do something special." Intrigued but still unsure of what would happen, Travis raised an eyebrow as he saw Taylor seated at the piano, her fingers tracing a soft, unsettling tune across the keys. The melody that filled the air was instantly familiar to him. It was a brand new song that she had been teasing on social media but hadn't released yet. "It's for you." Travis, her voice was barely audible above a whisper as she began to sing. The lyrics were intimate, sincere, and beautiful. They discussed the complexities, love, and vulnerability of their relationship, as well as how they had balanced meeting public expectations with finding time for themselves. Her words struck Travis like a wave, leaving him silent and utterly stunned. The song was more than just about their relationship. It was an anthem of support that honored their shared bond despite everything, while also acknowledging the challenges in both of their worlds. As she reached the final notes, Taylor looked up at Travis, her eyes sparkling with unshed tears, and she teased him, asking, "What do you think?" Travis was speechless for a moment. His heart was racing, and he had never felt so deeply moved and understood. He moved across the room a few paces and knelt before her. "That was unbelievable, Taylor," he whispered to himself. "I simply can't get over how amazing you are. I am at a loss for words to express my laughter." Taylor wiped away a tear, clearly moved by his response. "I just wanted to tell you how much you mean to me and that no matter what, we will always have each other." Travis stood up and pulled her into a close embrace. "I'll always be with you." Even though the city lights flickered in the distance, they stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, knowing that no spotlight or football game could ever take away the intimacy they had found in each other. That moment they spent together on that rooftop felt the brightest of all. A new chapter was about to start, and Travis knew it. He was ready for all the surprises and unanticipated events as long as they faced them together. Taylor Swift's sudden turn caught Travis Kelce completely off guard. Travis Kelce was having the most strange year of his life due to his dominance on the football field, the media attention he was receiving, and rumors that he was seeing pop Princess Taylor Swift. It seemed like every day was a new chapter in a story he could never have imagined, even though nothing could have prepared him for what happened that day. On a chilly Thursday night in New York, Taylor invited him to an apparently casual dinner at her apartment. Travis joked that he was going to bring the vibes, assuming it would be another night of relaxation and a break from the constant silence of the paparazzi. Unaware that Taylor had prepared something that would take him completely by surprise, he arrived red-faced. Taylor greeted him with her signature grin and escorted him to the dining area. The table was set for two, but the mood was different. The soft lighting and the flickering warm candles on the table did not alone create a tense atmosphere. "Travis," she said in a slightly lower-pitched voice, "I wanted to show you something." Taylor walked over to a side table that had a large, ornate box on it. At first, Travis had trouble understanding the frame that she carefully opened. But it wasn't just any jersey, it was a personalized one. To adorn this one, Taylor's lucky number 13, along with her name, was stitched into the fabric in bold letters. Travis blinked, looking shocked. "Wait a minute, is that, he stumbled over his words, "a gape? You're a fan." Although Taylor's laughter was quiet, there was a sparkle in her eye as if she had been waiting for this. "I'm a fan, of course, but I also think I need to get better." She went to the front door and opened it before Travis could respond, revealing a brand new personalized football with the words, "From your biggest fan," encircling it, and his number 87 engraved on it. "Okay, this fan thing is getting even better thanks to you." Taylor, according to Travis, the true surprise came next, even though he was still getting used to the gift. Suddenly, Taylor pulled out her phone and a montage of a video she had secretly recorded while watching his games came on. The most astounding aspect was that she had been following him while admiring his tenacity and growth over the years, in addition to being a football fan. During the most intense games, there were brief clips of her pacing in anxious anticipation and her reactions when he scored cheers for an amazing play. With a serious expression on her face, she confessed, "I've been watching every single one of your games, and I just wanted to show you that you're more than just a player to me. You're someone I deeply respect." It was the first time in a long time that Travis felt a deep connection to Taylor. Although he had expected a lot of surprises from Taylor, he had never expected this level of consideration and care. Still reeling from the shock, he stared at her incredulously and couldn't contain his laughter. "You're incredible." Taylor smiled softly as she spoke. "I like to surprise you, as you know, and I think this is only the beginning." Travis had no words to describe his gratitude, his shock, and his overwhelming sense of admiration. He had thought that he was the one who had taken them all by surprise. But tonight, Taylor had altered the situation. They shared stories, laughed, and had many dreamlike experiences as the evening wore on. Travis was sure of one thing: this was no ordinary relationship. He knew the surprises were far from over when he left Taylor Swift's apartment that night because she had truly blown him away. As he held the personalized football in his hands, he realized that while life can sometimes take you by surprise, when someone like Taylor Swift does it, it's enough to leave you stunned.